I'm Tom Galvin. This is Solo Sessions. Welcome. We're recording now. I started a little bit early. Let me say it again. I'm Tom Galvin, and this is Solo Sessions, show we do every month featuring singer-songwriters from across the country, actually from around the world. And we're welcoming a fantastic singer-songwriter, an old friend of mine, a Nashville musician, top flight, Craig Jackson. He's going to be singing some of his songs today, and we're very excited to hear what he's got to offer us. Craig and I will be chatting a little bit about his career, his time down in Nashville, some of our time together in Western Wyoming, just about music in general. We're here in the service of music. That's what we do. Songwriters serve music. Music doesn't serve us. So we present this show monthly to feature good, oftentimes great songwriters. And today it's Craig Jackson. I'm going to start off though, because it's the Halloween season. And it's a Halloween song, and I really wanted to come up with an interesting, unusual, unique name for this song. And I came up with Dark and Stormy Night. So that was a failure. Anyway, it's a dark and stormy night. Goblins everywhere. The headless horseman has lost his sight. But the witches, they don't care. It's a dark and dreary lane. Shadows where no one walks. Ghosts are dancing on garbage cans, and a long-time dead man talks. Vampires and mummies fight. Werewolves and spiders bite. Stay at home like your door's real tight. It's a dark and stormy night. Where's that alley lead? Halt, who goes there? Someone's screaming to spare their lives, but the witches, they don't care. A bat flew across your cheek. 2 bright marks on your neck. Nothing you ever felt before. I bet that feels like heck. But look now, you can fly. You're a blackbird in the air. Your wings are spread, there's a bedroom light. Who's that lying there? Vampires and mummies fight. Werewolves and spiders bite. Stay at home like your door's real tight. It's a dark and stormy night. Stay at home like your door's real tight. It's a dark and stormy night. Happy Halloween, a little prematurely. We'd like to bring on our guests now, coming in from the green room. Would you all welcome with a huge round of applause out there in video land, Craig Jackson from Nashville, Tennessee. Hey, Craig.
Hey, man, how are you?
I'm doing well. It's been a long time, and you're looking good. You're not looking much different than 30 years ago when we were jamming out west.
Yeah.
We're going to learn more about Craig as we go along tonight. I'm going to ask you some questions about your career. But I love a song that you wrote called Safe Place to Land. You recorded several albums now. Is that correct?
Yeah, I've got that. This one was the 6th.
Yeah.
6th or 7th.
Yeah. So you've been really doing well. I don't have a link to Spotify. I forgot to do that, but we'll get that up. At least your email. I will text Shantae, but we would like people to have access. Is there something you could say about folks having access to your music on Spotify?
I'll send you the links and we can we'll fix it in the mix.
Yeah, sounds good. Okay. Craig, could you start out with Safe Place to Land?
Of course.
All right.
land. Hard to feel a new master plan. I found me a girl in East Tennessee, living right up the hill from me. Love ain't something that you take, something that you plan. God gave me a miracle and a safe place to land. It's taken a lifetime to find my way. Hard to feel a new master plan. Don't have no river, no fancy restaurants. Don't have a place on the map you can spot. She's got eyes like sapphires, I see them catching light. There's nothing quite like falling with a safe place to land. Some of you here may not understand. She stole my heart, she took my hand. God gave me a miracle and a safe place to land. There's nothing quite like falling with a safe place to land. Safe place to land. Safe place to land.
All right. All right. I asked Shantae, apparently it may not be possible. I would, yeah. So I'm not going to be on camera the whole time you're singing, so we can see more of you and less of me. But I forgot to clear that with Shantae, our wonderful executive producer. Thank you, Shantae, for all you do. Great song. You've been down there for a while, and you've recorded 6 albums.
Yeah, I came down here in 06. I moved from LA because I had to get a job and I had to drive up the 405. And that's when I said I'd leave.
Yeah. Those jobs are always a conflict, aren't they?
For me, they were. The traffic was the conflict. I could work a little bit. Yeah. So I got out here in 06 and I made a record in LA and it shipped here. So right when I got here, like a week later, it shipped here. So I kind of got off and running. I got tricked a little bit. I had to put a band together, and the first person I got, I already knew who it was going to be. It was this woman from Berklee School of Music who had heard the stuff and responded. She came in and knew everything. Really? And the first drummer that came in was the drummer that did the first Counting Crows record.
Really?
The really good ones. I'm saying it can't be this easy. And it wasn't,
Yeah.
People get snapped up quick. And so, but it's been good. I didn't really move. I didn't move here for the music. I just moved to
get out of the traffic.
Yeah. See the seasons again. And, you were in Ohio,
Yeah. I left Ohio about 7 years ago. But we've been out here in Northern California. There's family out here. We're close to Sacramento, and we've just found a wonderful community of artists here, and Shantae included. But I was given the opportunity to do this show and to do several other shows of different kind of things we do. So, you kind of go, you travel when you just know you have to, when you know it's time to make a change. And that's apparently what you did when you moved down to Nashville.
Yeah, we're fixing to move. We're getting ready to move to East Tennessee.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we're not sure when, but it'll probably be in the next 6 months. Yeah, my wife's family's out there and they're getting a little old, and the kids are down there, so we want to be able to. It's a good time to, I put in 20 years here, and I'll play music wherever I go. Like you.
Yeah, absolutely. Craig, do another one. I have some things that I really like, but I'm going to let you free flow it, because some of the things I like are maybe from your first and second album. And we write songs, but then it's another expectation that we should remember them. And I think that's asking a lot. So I would just ask you to sing something recent, something you like, and something you remember all the words.
I got a cheat sheet for some of them.
There you go.
This is called Code Blue. When you said all your I'm sorry's, explain yourself and the best of your intentions, shatter the heart that matters most. When the coals burn so much harder than the fires ever could, maybe it's not the brightness, glow that makes love good. Wait a little longer, I don't think I can. Rich pride has let me live without you. Cold blue. Chaos and confusion meets the not so simple truth, and the second guessing becomes the first thought to ever enter the room. When the world is on your shoulders, part of you is gone. You can look inside that emptiness, where it don't matter who was wrong. But wait a little longer, I don't think we can. But if pride has let me in without you. Cold blue. Cold blue. The days keep passing by. Yes, the world still spins. And the hardest thing to know is when to hold on and when to let go. Cold blue.
when you look inside the emptiness, it doesn't matter who's right or wrong. Yeah, spot on.
Thank you.
That's right. That's it's the silence, you know, when you're just there with the silence and the absence, you know, it's too late to start blaming. You know, it doesn't matter who's to blame.
Right.
The situation's all the same.
You're still in an empty house.
Yeah, exactly. So that was a beautiful song. I don't know if you remember the margaritas and senoritas. I like that. I don't want to put you on the spot. If you don't, I'm just going to ask you to go on to another one if that's not one you can lay on us today.
I don't remember that one.
Okay. Just write them. You know, I mean, that's enough, isn't it? Just to write them.
There's been many a time I have had to just scat and on the minute, on the fly, make up something because I'll forget that one line. It's usually the first line.
Yeah. But as long as you can kind of breeze through it, maybe, you know, do it with a little humor, you still got the audience on your side. You know,
yeah.
Learning.
I understand you had our buddy Rick Kirkpatrick on the show not too long ago.
Rick was one of my first guests, maybe my first. Yeah. Rick lives up in the foothills above us. And funny story, I got here and I hadn't seen Rick for years. But Craig and I were in a band called Flexible Flyer, and after I left, Rick came in for a while. But we did know each other in Jackson Hole, Wyoming, in the Teton Mountains. Then I was living down in Tucson, Arizona, and who should be living there but Rick? And so we did a couple of gigs together, and then I moved back to Ohio to take care of my family, and then moved back out west again. And I'm walking down getting some coffee at a coffee shop, and there's this secondhand store, and there's a poster up in the side, Rick Kirkpatrick in concert, Nevada City, which is a nice tourist town up in the Sierras. And I thought, couldn't be, it couldn't be the third state over a 30-year period, can't be the same guy. Well, it was. And so, yeah, we got together and we connected, and I asked him to be on the show, and he's teaching music up in the foothills. And he's still writing beautiful songs, great stuff. And he's married to the woman who owns the secondhand shop. And so I saw him in concert up in Nevada City in my first year here, and he put on a great show. So he's still at it. He's still doing it. And you know, you mentioned a drummer earlier, and you were the drummer in the band that I was referring to, Flexible Flyer, which was a touring band, touring the Intermountain States and a little bit in the Pacific Northwest. And you were drumming then, and less guitar, more rhythm section. So you still drum at all?
Yeah, I've been drumming a lot more recently. I got a big music room, and so I got a couple of kits up there, and my wife's trying to throw me off here, but I'm not going to let her. Yeah, I still drum, and I play with this guy from Australia when he comes in town and tours. His name is 8 Ball.
8 Ball.
8 Ball, yeah, 8 Ball Akins.
That's his Christian name.
Yeah, he's friends with Bob.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I like playing drums. I do a lot of drumming by myself and with some other people, and it's good because if other people show up, I can kind of switch back and forth. But yeah, the last time I saw Rick Kirkpatrick was I had left the band. I came up, did the record with y'all, and then I went back to San Francisco, I guess it was, and I got a call to come out to Hawaii from Dale Clark. You remember Dale?
Yeah, I remember Dale, violinist. Yeah.
Was he in the band with us?
Yeah. For a while, well, you know, there's so many people going in that band. You know, we all kind of knew each other, but sometimes we were playing at the same time and sometimes not.
Yeah.
I guess that's why it was flexible.
Yeah. Anyway, he was in the band over there in Hawaii.
Ah, okay.
So it was me, Dale, and him, and I stayed over there for about, I don't know, maybe 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a working vacation.
Well, I remember you. It was always fun in the band. Your rhythms were so solid. We also had a conga player who played a lot of percussion toys, Tootie. And Tootie is he's in Colorado now. He's playing with Firefall. If anybody remembers Firefall, you are the woman that I've always dreamed of.
Yeah.
Those guys. So they're still at it, and Tootie's playing congas with the drums, rhythm breaks, and it was so much fun, and it would just capture the crowd because it was musical. I mean, the rhythm section, they keep the beat, but when two really great percussionists are playing together, they create music, not just timekeeping. It's a musical thing, and I miss that. That was so good. And you helped me. Let me pick up a pick I dropped. I got it now. But you helped me. I was working on this song when we were recording in Coos Bay, Oregon. We were recording an album, and I had a song written, and it was a very standard rhythm. I couldn't get anything different. And you said, try this. So I was doing something like, and you said, try this. And it was like, oh, that's it, and then I had the song. I don't know if you remember the song. It's called Dinosaur, but it was on our album. I rarely do this. I'm just going to sing a little bit of it and see because you were the one. I feel like it was a co-written song because the rhythm made the song. My wife's a jazz musician, and I played it the way I had originally written it. And she looked at me and said, no, the rhythm's off. And I said, yeah, that's not. I threw that rhythm out because Craig gave me this rhythm. Half light at dawn, I ain't been to bed all night. Out over the ocean I'm watching a gray morning sky turning slowly bright. And the sailor got work to do, yawn and stretch on the dock. And the slow geese got work. And I'm all at one with the sea, and I'm just a part of the shore, just like a dinosaur, sailing off on the normal sea, south of the bay. I'll be sailing, and it goes on like that. But it was just, I wanted to do a little snatch of it because that's what a drummer can do for a guy who strums a guitar. He's just a strummer, needs a drummer to give him some kind of different accents and different beats. And you were so good at that. So
yeah, I was in the Bay Area that right before I came up there, and that kind of 80s ska, or Police the kind of reggae thing. And, with Tootie there, hold on, I'm going to get something for you.
Okay. Craig is now going into another room to get a memento of some kind. And this is Craig Jackson is our guest today, singer-songwriter, Nashville-based singer-songwriter who's played in many places in the world. We had a couple months back, we had another Nashville musician called Brent Moyer, also a Jackson homie. Oh, there it is. The Flexible Flyer album. That was our album. You still got the plastic on it. That's great. I think I wrote 8 of the songs on that album, and then a guy named Jimbo Compton wrote 2 of the songs, and that was kind of, you were starting to write songs. You were writing some things. We did one of your songs, and I remember the Hey Linda. I don't know if that was the name of it.
Oh, yeah. We did a cut of that. I got that somewhere. That it didn't make the record, but we just had some time when we cut it when we were in the studio, but we only had a week. Yeah, I remember these. Gabriel Street.
Yeah, I still that's my most requested song now.
Exits was good.
yeah. Well, maybe I should do my own show sometime and do some stuff. But I just do this to feature songwriters that I really enjoy, and I get a lot of play out here for my stuff. And but that's the first time I start with one of the songs. Sometimes I finish with it, but then the rest of the show becomes the songwriters. But in that case, I thought, that rhythm on that song was just purely yours. That was your rhythm, your idea, and it greatly. And I don't know that it's a great song, but people seem to like it.
Yeah.
And I think it's likable because of the rhythm that you suggested. So for all you singer-songwriters out there, if you're just strumming 1, 2, 3, 4, connect with rhythm guys. Connect with percussionists and learn from them, because
right to a drum machine. You'll play less.
Yeah, right to a drum machine. Yeah, metronome. Get it? But yeah, exactly.
This is 41 years old.
Yeah, I know. Still looking good. I have 3 copies myself. That's all I have left. I think we sold about 1,000 off stage, and we got some airplay in Oregon. I know we were featured on the river in Oregon with some of the stuff. But then there was a review that an Oregon paper wrote about the album and said this band's schizophrenic because it listed all the personnel in the band. And by that time, I was taking this album to New York and trying to get. I actually got doors open with EMI Polydor and some big companies, thinking that I was going to go back and say, yes, now we can submit material and everything will be hunky-dory. And so I was not officially in the band. So it credits me with the songwriting, but not being a member of the band. And the reviewer said, well, this band's schizophrenic. The lead singer isn't even in the band. So, it was a long story to tell, but that was my mission, was to go open doors in New York so we could send stuff in and eventually hit on something and up our game to a bigger time audience. But when I got back to Jackson Hole, by that time, I think you were gone. The band had decided to stop writing songs and went top 40. So that's when I took off and said, I'm going solo because I still value songwriting.
Yeah.
And I love people that can cover other people's music as well as Flexible Flyer did, but that wasn't my bliss. I wanted to add some new things into the musical lexicon, and that meant writing my own stuff.
I mean, that was a good gig because we had, when I joined, we had the bus.
Yeah.
And
flexible bus. It was a flexible bus.
Flexible Flyer bus, and they'd torn it out and put beds and lounge in it. And we went all over the place. And I didn't have any bills. I didn't really live anywhere. I lived in the band house. And
we were all living off music. We were all living off music, maybe a couple $100 a week, but we all had places to stay and playing Sun Valley and playing Bend, Oregon, and playing some really nice places. It was a great time, and we made some great music. But let's get back to your music, if we could. Can we pick up on another song?
Yeah.
Good.
All right. Let me see if I can find my cheat sheet on this one. This is called God Willing. If God is willing and the creek don't rise, gonna wake up in the morning to see my baby's eyes. Gonna roll around Hammer, thank my lucky stars. Nothing but loving and light so far. I've been crowing like a rooster at the break of day, and me coming from miles away. Might take a meal around 12:30, smoke a little smoke and get in tune. I could just make it back to Tennessee, that gal of mine should be waiting there for me. God willing. You know my baby got a heart of gold, and I wrap my arms around her and never let go. We'll take a boat to heaven on the day we die, take us home in the big blue sky. Live my life as leaving man, 200 miles outside of Texarkana. If I could just make it home to Tennessee, that gal of mine should be waiting there for me. God willing. God willing.
Good one. I love that. That's great. Great rhythm. Great rhythm guitar. Yeah. So when are you doing any like double tracking and playing all the instruments on any of your albums? Have you done that?
No. I played different instruments on the album. This last album I did. I wanted to do it live, and I wanted to do the one before it live, and that's how it was set up with the producer, and it was a guy that I really wanted to work with. He used to be a member of a band called Wilco. And he's a local producer in town, and I got him, but then things kind of went sideways, and so we had to build the album, you know, acoustic guitar and then drummer and then bass. I think the record came out good, but I just wanted to do it live, and so I finally got to do it with some of the guys that I wanted to do it. For whatever reason, they were all available at the right time.
That's great. That's great. So do another one. We're about 33 minutes into the show, so we got time for maybe like three more songs. Is that good?
All right.
If you got three more, you can run
This is from a record that I recorded in Los Angeles, and it followed me out here, and this is called One Step Closer. Like, yeah, you're right. Nothing I like better, babe, than for you and me to get right. Pretend to touch your guiding hand, will it bring me to the edge? Hanging on over, baby, here before you get out on this bed. Then you won't slip over. You're that much close to a broken heart. Don't slip over. Myself a history, well, I'm sure that you got yours. I could be your savior, your good or your cure. So think it over long and hard. You know I don't want you torn.
Great song. Great song. Great. Hey, when we were working together, I think you were just kind of transitioning from drums to guitar. Isn't that fair to say?
Yeah, I don't even think I was messing around. Maybe I was just starting.
You came to my open mic. I'm still doing an open mic here. I've been doing open mics all my life, but I remember introducing you at an open mic in Jackson Hole, and saying, this is I said something like another side of Craig Jackson, because everybody knew you. You were popular in town, and in Flexible Flyer, you were kind of the babe magnet, and I was kind of the babe repellent. And so, yeah, you were very well known in town. And so it was another side of Craig Jackson. And you came out and did a really nice stuff on acoustic guitar, but you were just starting out. And I'm hearing the slide work now and great rhythms and, yeah, just great guitar work. So
I went back to Jackson in I'm going to say maybe 83. I had some like original projects I was doing in the Bay Area, but I played in a Motown band. I played drums in a Motown band that was strictly for fun. Mm-hmm. We played a lot of clubs, just like the old Temptations.
Yeah.
And so I booked that band into Jackson Hole at the what do you call the one up on the ski hill in town?
Oh, the Mangy Moose.
No, the other one, the downtown.
Oh, the Wart or the Cowboy Bar? There's the Cowboy.
No, it was that hotel or the Ramada.
Oh, yeah. It was the Ramada Inn, but then it became Shady Lady Saloon. The Shady Lady Saloon. At Snow King Lodge. I lived on top of that Snow King Mountain for a season. I would hike up there. Yeah, it was Snow King Lodge. That's where I ran the open stage. That's where I introduced you as another side of Craig Jackson.
Right.
And yeah, so
we came in on a Saturday night. I think we left Friday, and Tootie's band from Denver or Boulder, whatever band he was in, he was just finishing his week at the club. So I caught him on the way out, and then we did a week. But I did a couple of things where I, go out and do one or two at 8 o'clock for the 9 o'clock band start, before we started.
Yeah. Which is what you used to do to me. You guys all would want to start a little bit later, have another beer, whatever else you were having, and you say, Tom, go up and do, let's do a couple of solo before do that one I really like. And I was not fooled. I knew what the deal was. You were extending your break, and but anyway, it was so much fun. We've got time for a couple more songs. I went back to Jackson last. It's not the same place. Traffic, it's just so thick with traffic. To get up into the park now just takes 45 minutes to get from town up to the hiking trails, and it's just it's an unfortunate change now. I think I've done my time there. I have great memories of the place. Mm-hmm. But I was with Derek Huffsmith, Don Register was there, and we did a memorial gig for a guy named Louis Centrella, and he had passed away a couple years ago. So we got together and did some music, and it was very sweet, very nice. But driving away, I told my wife, "That's it. It's not the same place. It was just starting to boom when we were there, but it's too many people."
Yeah, we were going to go out to Estes out there in Colorado.
Yeah.
This summer, and you had to get waitlisted to get into the park. Yeah. Or you could go there at 2 a.m. and get in line.
Yeah, crazy stuff.
We're moving towards. We're going to be real close to the Smoky Mountains.
Oh, nice. Yeah. We've got the Sierra. We've got the Sierras right up the road, and easy access. So I love to be around the mountains, and I know you do too. So you're in some of the most beautiful part of the country there, in the Smokies.
Yeah. Well, it just started getting cold here. It's about 30 degrees tonight.
Yeah. Well, we're still at 70.
Yeah.
Mid-50s in the evening.
Yeah.
Can you do a couple more before we end up?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you do a couple more, and we'll wrap it up. And let's keep in touch after this show.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Keep in touch with you. You've been doing some excellent.
Let me see if this is in tune. Is the rancher still out there?
Cowboy Bar, of course. The Shady Lady still, well, I mean, whatever it's called now, that's still happening. But, it's just mega crowds wherever you go.
Yeah. This is called The Hardest Thing. The snow, it came down harder than I've ever seen before. Like a junkie, I prayed for a little more. The world outside grew quiet, like it had found some inner peace, like benzodiazepine when it hits your bloodstream. You and I were beautiful, like a winter's fire. Days like these I'd call you, you'd swing by. Make up our own dance steps, find a harmony to sing. Wish that I could call you, but you just let it ring. Letting you let go of me is the hardest thing. I try to move forward, all the memories hold me back. Like the homeless person's key to his last house. I'd forgotten just how long a winter's night could last alone. My house became a prison. You see, the sentence was my own. I hope you find that special place, your own song to sing. I wish that I could call you, but you just let it ring. Letting you let go of me is the hardest thing. Letting you let go of me is the hardest thing.
Great song. We're getting close to the end. And if you could just lay one more on us, Craig, if you could do another song and take us out. I've loved getting back together with you again. I've loved hearing your music. let's keep in touch. Occasional phone call, occasional text message, and see what you're up to, and maybe we'll cross paths somewhere in the middle of the country here. And
yeah, I'll tell you what, the next time we'll talk. But if you're going to keep doing this, man, maybe we could do a 4-screen split and bring Tootie in, and we could just rehearse a couple songs up, and the three of us could do them.
That would be great. I don't know if we can sync the sound though, but yeah, well, let's talk. We got some things to talk about.
Yeah. Okay, let's see what we got here.
Just want to let everybody know my guest today has been Craig Jackson. You can catch him on Spotify, and we'll put that information up. I'll be putting it up on our Facebook page, and YubaSutterArts can also put that on its Facebook page, so that will go out to a lot of people around the country. So one more, and we'll be signing off.
Yep. Well, thank y'all for having me. Shantae, you in there? Thank you.
She's with us. Yeah.
Oh, okay. She's in there. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's call Sound of the World.
Great.
In this town, they call you by name, and it can drive you insane. You just smile and walk away, and on the outskirts of town, there's a silent sound. It's your heart before it speaks. It's the sound of the world passing by. It's the sound of the world passing by. Distant town away, most just walk away. They're caught up in the day-to-day. You just smile and walk away, and on the outskirts of town, there's a silent sound. It's your heart before it speaks. It's the sound of the world passing by. It's the sound of the world passing by. It's the sound of the world passing by. I'm going down that road feeling bad. Going down that road feeling bad. I'm going down that road feeling bad. I don't want to be treated this way. I don't want to be treated this way. Thank you for having me, Tom. Shantae, till the next time. My name's Craig Jackson. Big thanks to Tom Galvin, bringing up some old memories and all good ones. I think the room's spinning a little bit.
songs, great guitar, great thoughtful lyrics. Thanks so much, Craig. I'll be in touch.
All right, man. Be good.
Love you, man. Take care.
Love you too.